Well, it looks like Apple will overhaul Siri to be an AI chatbot. The company could also be developing a wearable AI pen. And Meta is expanding Threads ads to all users globally. It's Thursday, January 22nd. And here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Apple has been spinning its wheels for many months over its approach to artificial intelligence, but according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, a strategy finally appears to be emerging for the company. Apple's long-awaited Siri overhaul will allegedly involve transforming the voice assistant into an AI chatbot, internally called Campos. Sources have reportedly told Gurman that the Apple chatbot will completely replace the current Siri interface in favor of a more interactive model similar to those used by OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini. He also cited sources who claimed that while Apple has been testing a standalone Campos app, the company does not plan to release it for customers. Instead, the new chatbot will emphasize deep software integrations when it rolls out, reportedly as part of the iOS 27 wave late next year. However, there will reportedly be new features for the current iteration of Siri coming in iOS 26.4. Those additions will include the much-delayed updates Apple first promised for the platform a few years ago. Pivoting to a chatbot gives some additional context to Apple's recent move to collaborate with frequent rival Google. The company's announced earlier this month that Gemini models will be used to power the upcoming versions of Siri. Gemini has become ubiquitous in the Google ecosystem, so it makes sense for Apple to leverage outside help in this segment, where it has already been trailing its competitors. In that same vein, a report by The Information on Wednesday said that Apple is working on an AI pen. The wearable is said to resemble a slightly thicker AirTag and include multiple cameras, a speaker, microphones, and wireless charging. So when combined with the recent announcement that Google's Gemini will power Siri AI, it looks like the company is finally making a more defined play for a piece of this generative AI pie. On the other hand, the wearable pen is reportedly only in the very early stages and could still be canceled. The pen is described as a thin, flat, circular disc with an aluminum and glass exterior. It could include 2 cameras, standard and wide angle, for taking photos and videos of the user's surroundings. It may also have 3 microphones as well as a speaker and a physical button along one edge. It will have a magnetic inductive charging interface similar to the Apple Watch's charging mechanism. But given the way that Apple markets itself as a privacy-focused company, it will be interesting to see how the company pitches the public on what sounds like an incognito recording device. Although on that note, the App Store still hosts the Grok app, which egregiously violates privacy by generating nearly nude deepfakes of real people, despite Apple's rules explicitly prohibiting such apps. The information says that Apple could release its AI pen as early as 2027. The company sounds pretty confident in the device's appeal, as it reportedly plans to produce around 20 million units at launch. Okay, enough about what Apple is doing. How about what Meta is up to? Threads has grown enough for Meta to fully integrate it into its advertising machine. On Wednesday, the company said that with the platform now hosting 400 million monthly active users, ads are expanding globally to all users. The inevitable move follows a test in 30 countries earlier last year. Ads on Threads are powered by Meta's AI-powered advertising system. They'll use the same level of personalization, such as tracking and profiling, as Facebook and Instagram. Image, video, and carousel ad formats will all appear natively in Threads feeds. Meta said the ad expansion will begin next week, but the full rollout will take months. The company wrote in a blog post, ads on Threads expansion to all users will be gradual, with ad delivery initially remaining low as we reach global user availability in the coming months. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Anna Washenko and Will Shanklin, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.